The next day.
Hari Om. Namaskaram all. So we'll start with the prayer. Namaste,
Kindly
sir.
sir.
Namaste.
Back straight, eyes closed, palms on the knees.
Hari Om,
Kindly
sir.
hold. Hari Om, Hari Om, sir. We'll chant Guru Mantra. We'll keep our mind on Guru's feet and take his blessings.
Hari Om, sir.
Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akantamantalaakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Dhyanamulam Gururmurti Pujamulam Gururpadam Mantramulam Gururvakyam Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa. We'll chant 3 times Om. Have a deep inhalation. Om. 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 We'll chant Patanjali Sloka. Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopakarotam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakrasidharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Shrimate Anantaya Nagarajaya Namo Namaha. Hari Om, Hari Om, Namaskar. Welcome back. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, as requested in the last class, I would request whomever is possible, please switch on the video. If you switch on the camera, you will be here 100%. You will not do any other work. And definitely this 1.5 hours will be useful for you. Definitely it is useful for me because I'm here 100%. If you want to make use of it, please do that. Maybe you finish another 5 minutes, whatever works, if possible. If you're traveling, if you're in hospital somewhere, I'm not compelling. Okay, this is not compulsion. This is simply a request. Okay, please mute yourself, and whenever the question time is there, you can unmute and ask the question. Thank you. Thank you. So we have seen Samadhi Pada.
Sorry to interrupt you. Can we start the recording, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Actually, it is there in YouTube Live. So recording is there. Anyway, I'll put it here also. So last class, we have seen the Samadhi Pada. Now that's a difficult Pada. And we are going to see a simple Pada. It's called Sadhana Pada. But by length, Sadhana Pada is more. There are very, very interesting concepts are there. So, but it can be followed by most of the people, everyone. So we will see that. And I will share the screen. We will start with the Sadhana Pada. So this we should always remember. This analogy we have seen. Why the 4 padas? The Samadhi Pada and Sadhana Pada serves as an entrance. But when you enter, then you can go anywhere. In fact, Samadhi Pada contains everything. It starts from what is yoga and it finishes with Nirbija Samadhi, final Samadhi, the self-realization. So Samadhi Pada is complete on its own. That means if you go Samadhi Pada, it's like a VVVVIP ticket. You go straight away, go to the God, and definitely the Vibhuti Pada will come. That means you will get a lot of powers. If you don't misuse your power, then you will attain Kaivalyam. Kaivalyam means Mukti, Moksha, whatever, self-realization. So that you will attain. So now Sadhana Pada. Pada is for little people who are into action, who has a lot of other works, who cannot dedicate their full time into yoga. They are not serious sadhakas like we found in Samadhi Pada. So they have other entrance. Here also you can enter, and there is a process if you follow. Again, you will go through Vibhuti Pada and Kaivalya Pada. So anyway, the destination is same. This is like a AC bus. So Samadhi Pada is like a crowded non-AC bus. Only a serious sadhaka can stand and travel. If you feel, no, I am not that person, I need some comfortable seat, I need AC, I need something very easy, then it will be attracting. Sadhana Pada will be more attracting. So we should understand there are two kinds of people, two kinds of kids. So one kid is a normal kid which will listen to you. If you say something, this kid will listen to you and follow your instruction, right? In your home itself. There is other kid, right? Hyperactive. Whatever you say, this guy always jumping and going out. He's not even listening, will listen to your whatever you say. Now you tell me, how will you get work done from the second kid? But the first kid is fine. This is matured. When you say something, she will listen and she will follow. But this guy, you can't do. So what you have to do, you have to also run with him. If you are a mother or father, you also have to play with this guy and make him tired. Only if he is tired, he will come and sit with you and listen to you. Otherwise, he is not that kind of person. You cannot make him to sit and listen. So this hyperactive kid, you can say this guy, Sadhana Pada. Like most of us, right? Most of us are hyperactive. We will see how. And Samadhi Pada is for kid who can listen. Not for kid, for people who have maturity, who can listen, who can follow instruction, who can do sadhana. A very serious sadhaka. If you take these days, there is a compulsions. Don't think going to a cinema, taking a break, going for shopping, beach or whatever vacation. These things are relaxing and normal. Actually, it is not normal. You don't like your job or you don't like what you're doing all the time. So you want a break. Suppose if you like what you're doing very much, do you need a break? There is a very interesting movie, very suspense movie going on. Do you need a break in between? No. There is a wonderful love story or wonderful story. Somebody is saying, or you met a friend, long time friend, whom you are very close, you met after 20 years. You start talking. That time, do you need any break? No. Why? That is beautiful. Whatever happening is so beautiful, you don't need a break. But what we are doing all the time, we are working. Most of us are working. We don't like our work. Whether it is work at home or work at office, right? The homemakers and also the office goers, both are equally stressed. That means what? Stress means what? I don't like what I am doing. Is it true? I don't like what I am doing. If I like what I am doing, then there is no stress. So there is a deep topic, Swadharma. We can go and explain how to make you stress-free. Not yoga, simple understanding. If you get a simple knowledge about Swadharma, then you can be stress-free. So these days, it has become compulsion to take a break. If Saturday, Sunday comes, nobody wants to be at home, right? Most of the people. They want to go. That time also action. Oh my God, Monday to Friday, you are working so tired. Can't you take rest at home Saturday and Sunday? No. I want to go here, there and all. So what about yoga for these people? They are so busy. They cannot dedicate their time. They can spend some half an hour, 45 minutes possible. So we need to understand. Now what we are going to see, the tool is for these kind of compulsive people, people with compulsive behaviors. So this is a flow chart which you can download from our link, whatever we have sent. Please take it in a A3 size and you can take a printout. It will be very useful for you. Like I said, it starts from first sutra, ends with 55th sutra, and the similar color falls under similar heading. It is like a kind of Guru Sishya dialogue we are going to explain. Okay. Then one line is going to come and all the similar colors are connected. One particular specific heading. That's why the colors are giving different. So I will have a Savita ma'am, somebody is scribbling. Can you please take her? Any kid nearby? I think some scribbling happening. So I will send you a separate YouTube link recording only about the flowchart. With Samadhi Pada I have already sent in our YouTube channel. It is there. And I will record explaining this flow chart separately, okay? Because this will take at least half an hour. But we will get into the little detail more than the flow chart. So we should understand in Sadhana Pada, we are giving two solutions. What are the two solutions? The first solution is Kriya Yoga. Now, this is not related to Paramahamsa Yogananda, his tradition, okay? He's a great guru. So we are not talking about that tradition, Kriya Yoga tradition, okay? This Kriya Yoga is Kriya Yoga, what Patanjali said. And there is second thing which is very famous, all of you know. It is called Ashtanga Yoga, okay? So why Kriya Yoga? Kriya Yoga is for beginners. It is for people who are very, very, very busy. You know, Kriya Yoga have very simple tool. You take Ashtanga Yoga, 8 steps are there. In that 8 steps, first steps are yamas and niyamas, social ethics and personal ethics. That itself has 5 plus 5, 10 steps. So more steps are there Ashtanga Yoga. But before getting into more little difficult step, can I have something like, what are they say? They call trailer, teaser, I don't know, many words they call. Something like that. Kriya Yoga is something like that. If you practice Kriya Yoga in your day-to-day activities, naturally you will be led to Ashtanga Yoga. So you don't need to follow Ashtanga Yoga directly. If you find this is so heavy, this is like, it's like a soup. When you have a soup, very nice soup, it will kindle your appetite. When the appetite comes, you can have a large, big lunch or big dinner. So that is Ashtanga Yoga, big dinner. So you have a very nice soup, Kriya Yoga, very effective. So there are 2 tools. But if you take Samadhi Pada, how many tools? So many tools, right? Many tools we have seen. But here, there are only 2 tools. So here also, it starts, you can see background. A disciple is coming and asking, Master, please give me a solution. I am a very busy person. But I want to understand what is truth, what is yoga. So please tell me how to overcome all the suffering. We should understand why we are reading the scriptures. Whether Yoga Sutra or Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana or Mahabharata, why you want to study? Vedanta, Upanishad, anything? Because you feel something insufficient in your life, right? Something you want to know. Somewhere, you are not happy. Nobody is 100% happy all the time. So we have suffering. We want to remove the suffering permanently. Only scriptures has the solution. So that is the mentality of the disciple who comes and asks the guru, please tell me what is that. Now Patanjali says in the first sutra, do Kriya Yoga. He also explained what is Kriya Yoga. What is Kriya Yoga? Kriya Yoga is tapas, swadhyaya and Ishwar Pranidhana. If you do these 3 things together, in whatever you are doing in your life, that is called Kriya Yoga. Now what is tapas? Tapas has lot of meaning. Okay. Here the meaning of tapas in Kriya Yoga is 2 things. One is you do any yogic practice and generate a kind of heat so that heat will burn all the impurities. How many of you are doing Surya Namaskar? What happens if you do 12 Surya Namaskar? You will be sweating. Right? Hatha Yoga Pratipika says clearly you should not wipe out the sweating. Do you know this? You should not wipe it out. You should rub it on your body back, because that is not only the waste which is there in your body. Not only that, your energy is coming out. So you have to rub onto the body. So you have to generate that kind of heat. That means don't expect sweat during pranayama. Okay. Sweat will come in some asanas. Some asanas you are perfect. But you are increasing some kind of energy from you. That increase will burn all the impurities in your mind. That is one. Second is controlled and disciplined eating. Second meaning for tapas is controlled and disciplined eating. This is not easy, right? How many of us are having Ekadashi Vrata? Very few, right? Eating is a very, very difficult thing to follow. But we should follow. Once in 14 days or once in a month, you need to keep the system empty so that it cleanses itself. So controlled and disciplined eating, that is also called tapas. So either you follow yoga techniques or you have a controlled disciplined eating. If you follow anyone, if you're following both, fantastic. So this is called tapas. So what tapas does? Tapas will create energy or heat so that the impurities are removed. What is Swadhyaya? We have seen Swadhyaya in Samadhi Pada. Swadhyaya means self-reflection, self-study. You're reflecting whatever you're studying. If you read now Yoga Sutra, you should reflect it. That means what? You should remember and think about it. What is this concept? What is that concept? What is life? What is death? What is moksha? If you start reflecting, the answer will come from within. So reading scriptures is considered as swadhyaya. So every day read some scriptures, whichever you like. Every scripture talks about truth. No, I like this scripture in my mother tongue. Please read. It doesn't matter which language it is, which religion it is. Every religion we call as scriptures. Either it is Quran or Bible or Bhagavad Gita or any text, because all the sacred text talks about truth. So we have more text. Hinduism, we have many scriptures. You read whichever you like. That is called Swadhyaya. Also, other meaning of Swadhyaya is close your eyes, do japa. Japa means what? Take one mantra and repeat the mantra again and again and again and again all the time. If possible, the whole day on the backside of your mind, you can chant, or you can have a practice. You can have a mala. We'll be conducting some session about meditation, how to use the Rudraksh mala. Possibly we'll be putting the poster, you can join. So that's a very simple method, very effective. You can have a mala rotating in your hand and start doing your Ishta Devata mantra. Any Ishta Devata, whichever God you like, whether Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, or for Anjaneya or Ganesha, you take one mantra, repeat your whole life. When you repeat this mantra, what happens? You start traveling inside. You will become introverted. When you travel inside, who will you meet? You will meet yourself. You will get knowledge of the self. So both are considered as Swadhyaya. So Swadhyaya means self-knowledge derived from self-reflection or traveling inside of us. Both will help us to travel deeper inside, not to the outside world. I'm traveling inside and trying to understand who I am. What is creation? So this is Swadhyaya. Ishvara Pranidhana, we have seen Samadhi Pada, that means complete surrender. That means devotion. You surrender completely to God. Now here, the meaning of Ishvara Pranidhana is complete surrender. That means what? Surrendering your action and the result of your action. Whatever result comes, joyfully accept it. Today you some failure happened. You face some failure. Be happy and consider God has given and improve yourself. Tomorrow great success come. Simply be accepted and go with the flow. Don't get excited when you are getting success, and don't get depressed when you face a failure. Seeing that equally, because you are doing your best. Whatever gives, it is prasad from God. You are not deciding. It is based on your karma, what you did in past, many births, result is coming. That doesn't mean sit alone and lazily do things. Do your best. You have to do always your best. Accept whatever comes. That is Ishvara Pranidhana. Now, this is an ideal explanation, what I have given. Now, suppose, how to use this? One of the commentators says, this can be also said for a normal person, like for office going person. Suppose you are working in IT, or you are a teacher, or you are working in a factory, whatever it is. Okay. In your work, can you do your work as tapas? Forget this meaning. You forget this meaning. Like tapas, this is the only thing with great discipline. That discipline you can work. You consider that as a great austerity and do your job with tapas. And whatever you do your job, ask questions. How can I improve it better? How can I make it more better, more attractive, improve the quality and all those things? That is Swadhyaya. And whatever you do, whether you are superior, your boss, acknowledges that and praises you, or he fires you, it doesn't matter. You accept it. Can you live like that? Whatever we do in our day-to-day work, whichever profession you are in, do with tapas, ask question to improve yourself and leave the result. Don't worry about the result. In the sense what? You are doing your best. After doing your best, whatever comes, you accept it. See, suppose your boss gives you a deadline. Next 10 days, you have to finish. You are putting all effort and you're finishing in 10 days. And after that, it was fantastic, but few places you have done some blunders. And he's shouting at you. He's not praising what you have done. He's telling you have done this mistake and all. Have you done intentionally? No. You did your best. What you can do? If you start worrying it again and again and again, only negative mindset will come. What you should do? Yes, it is my mistake. You should say, okay, this is my mistake, I will correct. And suppose he praises you. You are the wonderful person. You are the best employee of the year or something. Still you say, this is God's, not my work. This gives a beautiful emotion. You are equanimous in success and failure. So that is called as Ishwar Pranidhana. That means you are surrendering the result. So in the day-to-day activities, you can take that also, or in the ideal course, whatever we explain on the spiritual side, you can take this also. Now the next question is, okay, master, if I do Kriya Yoga, what will happen? Actually, this is the question come naturally. If you do Kriya Yoga, the Klesas will reduce and lead you to Samadhi. What are Klesas? New word, right? Klesas means impurities. We are going to see this Klesas. The impurities of the mind will reduce and it will lead you to Samadhi. Now here Samadhi means not that Samadhi we have seen in Samadhi Pada. Here Samadhi means higher clarity, higher maturity, higher perception. That means you will evolve. Okay? This is what the second sutra talks about. Now Kleshas, new word, right? So the disciple asks, Kleshas, what is that, master? What are Kleshas? So in the third sutra, he mentions about 5 kleshas. There are 5 impurities. Like we have seen 5 vrittis, right? 5 activities of the mind in Samadhi Pada. So all 5 comes. Now here, similar to that, here comes 5 impurities of the mind. What are the 5 impurities of the mind? They are called Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesa. Avidya means, it is mentioned as ignorance, wrong knowledge, all this applicable, but the actual definition is lack of spiritual knowledge. We'll come to that in detail. Asmita means ego. Normal ego, whatever we say, right? In office, somebody is having ego. We will see what is that ego. Raga means attachment. Dvesha means hatred. Abhinivesa means fear of death. Okay. Now, you should understand the tree. Now, here, Avidya comes, Avidya is the root. And you have Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesa, all are different branches. Now, if this is a poison tree, for example, you want to cut it. How will you cut it? Can I remove the root and cut the thing? We normally cut from the branch, right? First cut the branch one by one, then cut the trunk, then remove the root. This is how we'll be cutting. Because you cannot straight away go and cut. Don't say today, these days machines are available, we can do. But generally, when you have a small instrument in your hand and you want to cut everything, you will cut branch by branch. Okay. So this is how you need to remove. So when you remove klesha, you need to come from reverse. Abhinivesa, Dvesha, Raga, Asmita, Avidya. But how it forms? First Avidya forms, then it will invite Asmita, it will invite Raga, it will invite Dvesha, it will invite Abhinivesa. This is how these people form. So Avidya is like an underworld don. See, somebody want to become underworld don. You have seen movies, right? Movies crossing hundreds and thousands of crores for a hero is becoming a don. Hero is a normal person and he becomes a don. Okay. So that's a cinema. Similarly, a good person also, you can see as a good hero becoming a good politician or good person, big person, rich person, successful person. So whatever it is the hero. So here the hero, or you can call here is villain. Our villain is Avidya. He is underworld don. When he is a don, he is having lot of people, right? His assistants. Those are Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesa. Without crossing his assistant, you cannot attack Avidya, correct? First, you have to catch all small fellows. Finally, you have to kill the don. So we should understand this. So now, what is Avidya? The importance of Avidya is mentioned in 4th Sutra. It says, Avidya is the breeding ground for other kleshas. See, I have a dirty water stagnating outside. And when you have this kind of sewage water or dirty water, whatever, stagnant, it will invite all the mosquitoes, insects, whichever gives problem, all those things it invites. So like this dirty water, this is called Avidya. When you have Avidya, all other things will get attracted. And all these kleshas means what? The impurities are there in different level. Okay. Suppose you have, every one of us impurity. The anger is an impurity. Greediness is an impurity. You know, whatever you have, we have negative things. Everything is an impurity. All these impurities are in 4 levels. One is, it is like a seed, very small. Or it is like a plant, little grown. Or it is like a tree, fully grown. Sometimes visible, sometimes not visible. Sometimes the fully grown tree is visible. Sometimes the fully grown tree is not visible. So there are 4 states. One is seed, very small. Other is plant, little big. Third is bigger, but not visible. Fourth is bigger, it is visible. Okay, we can have many examples for it. We will see. If you have time, then we will go in detail of all these things. We should understand there are 4 stages. The Klesas exist, the impurities exist. Then the question comes, what is Avidya, Master? The 4th talks about the importance of Avidya. The 5th talks about what is Avidya. What is Avidya? Considering impermanent as permanent, impure as pure, pain as pleasure, non-self as self. This is the classical definition of Avidya. That means what? Impermanent to permanent means we always consider something impermanent as permanent. What is the example of it? You can take this body. This body is impermanent, right? We are going to leave it after a few years. Like it may be 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 or 150 or 200. One point of time you have to leave. But we always feel like this is permanent. When everywhere somebody dies, something happened to somebody, you always feel, no, I am this age only. No, I have some more years. Or our house, whatever I constructed house, I feel this is permanent. Till I die, I will not sell my house. When we grow old, we are getting so much attached to the house or the car or anything. You will say, no, this is where 100 years my great-great-grandfather gave me. Now, if you don't give, our children, the moment we die, within few months, they are going to sell everything and settle somewhere. Is that true? So we should not have attachment. You give respect to that and live there. That's not a problem. But getting attached to that, as if this is me. Have you seen in film, like, the hero's father would have constructed a big house, earning very hard. And one day the villain comes and he just start demolishing the compound wall. Immediately he will get heart attack. The hero's father. He will say, this is my property. I built this house from my blood. You have seen movies? So much attachment. With what? For a simple house. That is very impermanent, but you feel something as permanent. Impure as pure. What is impure? Can anyone tell me which is the most impure thing in the world? Anybody? Most impure thing, which you are seeing it every day. Not found. Which is that you will clean every day? In your home, there is something which you cleans every day. Which is that? Sometime you will clean twice. What is that? Your cell phone?
Body.
Cell phone means body. So you see, something which you have to clean every day twice, that is the most dirtiest thing, right? Are you cleaning your toilet every day twice? No. So this body is so impure. But we feel it is pure. You cut the body, then we will know. Or one day don't clean the body. No bathing, nothing. Next day even I cannot bear my smell. Is that true? The body is like that. So impure, I consider as pure. Pain I consider as pleasure. So all my, whatever habits I have, whatever I've seen in the world, sometimes it was so pleasure, but it became pain. I was so happy when my grandfather was there, grandmother was there, I was playing. Now they are no more. It gives me pain. I was happy, my father, mother were there. But now if they are not there, it feels pain. So everything in the life got pain only. When you're 5 years old, how happy you are. You remember? 5 years, 10 years, how much happy you are. So we will draw a curve. Okay. Every year, the year by year, if you move on from the 5 years to now, let's say 20, 30, 40, based on yours. If you put a curve, is your happiness increasing or decreasing? Year by year. Imagine. You will say, don't ask me the question. It's a bitter truth. In the college, I was so happy. In the school, I was so happy. Before marriage, I was so happy. Somebody say, after marriage, few years, I was so happy. Everybody will say, today I'm so unhappy compared to earlier. Is that true? For most of the people. Compared to 10, 15, 20 years or many years back, now whatever we did, we end up. So it's all coming by pain. All the pleasure has turned to pain. Non-self as self. So non-self is like, you can take the same example, which is not me. The car is not me. My position is not me. Suppose I am the director of a company. That is not me. But I consider that as me. I consider my car as me. Something happened to my car, I will start worrying. I consider my mind as me. I consider my body as me, which is not me. I am this Purusha or the soul. That is the self. But I am considering all the non-self as self. So this is the classical definition. So then tell me, Master, what are other kleshas? Seems to be Avidya itself, great things, big thing. You tell me what is it. One thing I want to say, Avidya means lack of spiritual knowledge. This is the most appropriate word. Why? What is spiritual knowledge? Knowledge about the spirit. What the spirit? Soul is a spirit, right? The spirit within us. If you try to gain some knowledge about the soul within us, the Atma or Jivatma or Purusha, whatever you call, then we can call that you are spiritual. If you don't have that knowledge, then it is called Avidya. So what are Asmita, Raga, Dvesha and Abhinivesa? So he says Asmita is a ego or false identity. You tell me, in your office you have a boss. Your boss always says, I have 30 years experience. I know this, I know that. He starts shouting. When he say like this, you will come and tell your colleague, what? This is an egoistic person. You will say like this, right? Why you say egoistic person? Because he is always identified with this qualification or experience. When somebody gets identified with something he is not, we call that as ego. Suppose I finish PhD. Every time when I talk, if I tell, when I was doing PhD or, I have double PhD, triple PhD, you will say, what nonsense it is. Why you are telling me 100 times? If I get identified with what I am not, that is called Asmita. What I am not means what? That is not me, right? My PhD is not me. My money is not me. My position is not me. My richness or whatever the status I carry, the world is not me. I am beyond all these things, right? But if I get identified with all the small things, I am male, I am a female, I am a father, mother, brother, everything is a ego. Before all these things, you are something else. You are self. There is self inside, but without identifying with the self, you get identified with every other thing. This is called Asmita or ego. What is Raga? Raga means pleasures which are followed by attachment. So whatever you enjoy, you will get attached to it. Whatever you like, you get attached to it. How many of you like black forest cake or white forest cake or some delicious ice cream? Many of us smiling. Definitely we like. Okay. Suppose you are going to a restaurant and having a wonderful watercolor forest cake and ice cream. It was so delicious. You never tasted that anytime in your life. That's a new restaurant. So it sends a signal. This cake is normally tasty regularly, but here it is so tasty. So it goes to your mind and gets registered. Next day, when you cross that restaurant again in the evening, what your mind will say? Let me have one more piece of cake. See, whatever you like, you start getting attached to it. Then you will start telling people, when you go to this place, you go and eat there. I always go and eat there. So whatever you start liking, you get attached. Attachment means you try to derive pleasure from that object. This will become addiction. It becomes a compulsive behavior, right? Can you reject that place? If that plate of black forest comes, can you see that and say, I like it, but whenever I eat, my stomach gets upset. So I don't want this cake. How many of us are able to say this? Very few. Only if you are conscious, you can come to that decision. Otherwise, we end up getting attached. Then you can ask question, then should I not enjoy anything? So if you have that question, please have it. We will discuss in the question answer session. That will be a good question. So how to enjoy? Then everything comes, I should behave like a tree. I should be like this. No expression, nothing, simply eat. That doesn't mean that's having a bigger meaning. If you have that question, write it. We'll discuss later. So whatever you are attached, or you like, you will get attached to it. What is Dvesha? Dvesha is hatred. That means wherever pain comes, you start hating it. Suppose you take your kid to the hospital for injection. Nowadays, nobody puts injection. Okay. Suppose some doctor gives injection. He got some severe fever or something. First time going to a doctor's place, a clinic, a kid is so happy because he doesn't know. He thinks it's one more toy shop. Oh, Amma is taking me, Appa is taking me to buy a toy, he's very happily comes. And the doctor also talks nice. Suddenly, doctor takes something and puts an injection. He start crying. Now you understand. This place is only giving pain to me. Next time when you trying to take, no, today also we need to go for a clinic, he will start crying. Before giving injection, he will start crying, right? How it comes? Yesterday he experienced the pain. That pain make him to hate that place. Is that true? You also, right? Suppose somebody abused you. You went to some place and they abused you. Some tourist place. Next time when you think of the tourist place, you will have that thing only. There somebody abused me. Something happened negatively. Wherever you feel pain, wherever in your life find pain, the hatred will come. Suppose if your neighbor picked a fight with you, okay? So it gave you a lot of pain. You start hating, right? Yeah, that guy is like this only. You don't like. So the pain and hatred are connected. Wherever you experience the pain or unhappiness, you will start hating it. This is called Dvesha. What is Abhinivesa? Abhinivesa means fear of death. This Abhinivesa, the fear of death is there with every being, right? Whether it is a human being or animals or birds. We have a lot of mosquitoes, right? You do one thing, you take your mosquito bat and start killing mosquito. So when you take the bat, the mosquitoes are so intelligent. The moment you take the bat, they will start flying. Have you seen that? You cannot catch mosquito in your hand. That's why you have a tennis bat kind of thing so that it can capture. But it will start running. Why? Because fear of death. It is a basic instinct in life. It is a self-protecting mechanism. There is a dog. You just throw a stone on the dog. Will the dog keep quiet? It will start running, right? Either it will bark at you, it will start running. Why? It wants to avoid the pain. Ultimately, it wants to protect its life. This protecting life, unconsciously or consciously, is part of every living being. There is an ant going, try to kill an ant, the ant will run fast, right? How it knows you are a human being, you are doing something, it doesn't know. But the sense gives, if something happens, you have to run fast. So this fear of death is there. This is the fifth klesha. This is the reason when a yogi evolves, when somebody becomes a yogi by practice, first the fear of death will go. You see, people, they will leave everything and they will take sannyas, or they'll live in grahastha. There are many grahastha yogis, but they'll not worry about death. When the time of death comes, they'll be happily sitting. They will not have the anxiety. First, the fear of death will go. Then they will stop the hating. Hating will not be there. No hatred. That's why all the great saints, sages are always loving. Then no attachment. They will not have any attachment, even with their body. And they will not have ego. And they will not have avidya. This is how it will be removed. Even if you do sadhana, if you do asana, pranayama, chanting, any yoga techniques, first thing is fear of death will go, then hatred will go, then attachment will go, then ego will go, then only avidya will go. How to avoid these kleshas, master? Okay, how to avoid? These avidyas are all bad people. Okay, all underworld don and his subordinates. So how to avoid? These should be avoided by resolving them in its origin. When it is small, first you should avoid that. When everything starts from a habit, right? How the kids start watching TV. The first day, these days, let's take mobile phone. The mobile phone first day you gave for, it is not eating, kid is not eating. So you want the kid to watch something in the mobile phone so that you can eat. Next day, and next day, and next day, after some time, the kid will cry. It will ask first phone, then only you can feed. So initially, the habit will be like small thing. The kleshas, impurity is very small. The first day when you gave one day, it will see. Next day it will ask. That time you should deny. You see people in college, they will start smoking casually, just for fun. It's very small. If you want to cut the habit, you can cut the habit there. But they will not cut. That habit continues and it becomes addiction. So any habit at a very small initial stage, you should avoid it. That's what this sutra says. Because that is like a seed or a small plant. Just you add for a few days. It is easy to stop. But if it becomes a tree, can you stop that? Very difficult, right? Very difficult to cut the tree. Suppose you have a habit for past 20 years. Is it easy? Any of you left coffee, tea, cigarette, or any other substance which is not good to your health? Any habit? You know how much difficult it is. So much practice is required. You need help of a medical professional or somebody, a learned person, or you need a lot of practice. So that's a grown tree. I had this habit for 10, 20 years. Not a small thing. So what it says, when the habit is very small, klesha, impurity is very small, that itself, that time you have to avoid and cut it. Then the next thing says, what is the method I should follow? You are telling to cut it in the origin. What method should I follow? It can be silenced only through meditation. Meditation is the only key. Because in your meditation, your agitation comes down, you will know what you are doing. You become so conscious. When you're so conscious, you become so aware. Now you know what is right, what is wrong. Now you will not indulge in the things which are against your well-being. Meditation, we can talk a lot, not simply simple practice. Meditation means you are getting you are getting a broader and bigger understanding about life. When you get all those things, your mind is focused on one object. You are able to focus on anything, one thing. That means you can focus on your well-being also. You become so conscious, no compulsive behavior. If your tongue wants coffee, you simply say, doesn't matter. I'm not going to follow what my tongue says. That kind of capacity will come. So meditation is the only solution by which you should address it. So how to get if you want to eliminate all these things, in what way Yoga Sutra helps? Yoga Sutra gives you Vidya, or any text gives you Vidya. Vidya means knowledge. When your knowledge comes, then slowly Avidya and its group will start vanishing. Like you will first win over the soldiers, then all their army, finally the king also you will kill. Similarly, you will kill the avidya also. So vidya means light, avidya means dark. If darkness is there, can you remove the darkness? You take a bucket and take one bucket of darkness and throw it out? No, you don't need to do anything. Simply bring light, darkness will go. Simply read any scriptures in your life. Don't try to memorize or anything. Simply like you are reading your magazine or newspaper, just read it. That will blow your mind. That removes avidya. So here it's practice or following scriptures, everything is vidya. So we have finished where? We started with 3 parts of Kriya Yoga and it reduces kleshas. We came here kleshas, we finish here. Silencing kleshas. Here also there is a meaning. Why it is mentioned removing kleshas, not mentioned removing kleshas? Why it mentioned silencing kleshas? That means kleshas will not go. You will have all the doubt, right? There are deeper answers to it. So if you like, keep the question. We'll discuss in the end. So 2 sutras for how to remove the kleshas. Now, next question is, if I don't remove my impurities, what will happen? That we should know, right? I have all these things in my hand. Why I have to do yoga? I'm going to watch film. I'm going to enjoy all the pleasures of the world. I'm not going to address whatever you're saying. Fine. In that case, what happens? Consequence of kleshas. We should know. That is mentioned in 3 sutras. What happens if I don't silence the kleshas and if I don't do meditation? So kleshas and their impure consequences. The accumulated kleshas will be experienced in this janma or next janma. 12th sutra it says, suppose I am just pushing this block here. Nothing will happen to me, right? It happens based on how many blocks are there. The final block is going to hit my head. It is for sure. This is called law of karma. Law of karma means cause and effect. For every cause, there is an effect. For every effect, there is a cause. Whatever you do, it will come back to you. If you do good, good will come back to you. If you do bad, bad will come back to you. You know how in our when we are children, when we are a child, how our parents used to say, especially in India, if you try to kill an ant, what they will say, don't kill the ant. Because in next janma, you become ant will become you, then that ant will kill you. The kid will understand, oh, is it? Then I will not kill. It's a beautiful, beautiful way of telling about law of karma. Whatever you do, it will come back to you. Is that right? A kid can understand only in that form. Now kid will grow having a deeper understanding on that. So whatever I do, it will come back to me. That is the reason India, we have the least number of policemen. If you take per million, our country is having the least number of policemen. Still, we are maintaining huge and very good law and order situation. You go to other countries, developed countries, everybody will have AK-47 or very sophisticated, weapons, and they have advanced car, everything. But one day, if the police is not there, see how many crimes happens. You go to our villages, what equipment they have? A long stick. And what transportation vehicle they have? Many places only cycles, right? Deeper villages. A cycle and a stick. People control law and order. Because most of the people born in India, we are conscious about it. Whatever I do, it will come back to me. Right? Meena ma'am, somebody's scribbling, please take her. So whatever I do, it will come back to me. That is law of karma. So we should understand whatever I'm doing, I will be experiencing that in this Janma or next Janma. It is for sure. In next Janma, how, master? The Klesas, the impurities produces three things: birth, span of life, and experience. What kind of birth I should take? Should I come in human form? Or will I have to come in a bird, in the form of a bird or animal? That is decided by nature. If you do a lot of papa, accordingly, your birth will be there. Span of life, how long you should live? If you have so much desires, you have to live long. You don't have that much desire, you don't need to live long. You can finish your work and come back. Like if you are super efficient, you can finish your work and come back early home. But if you are not that kind of person, you have to work long. Similarly, somebody has so much desire, they will live long. Don't compare. Again, there is a sage who lived long. Those are exceptional cases. In general, the span of life is decided. And experience, what experience should be pleasant to you? Many people watching cinema is very pleasant. Many people doing charity is pleasant. See, you have seen Sachin Tendulkar. So great player, or Virat Kohli, great batsman, great sports star. And you can see, take any cinema actor. They are also great people. They are good in their profession. Cinema gives happiness to a person who acts there. That professional. Sports gives happiness to this professional. Can we exchange this? Can we make a sports person act in cinema and cinema person to act there? No, they will not do. Maybe once or twice they will do. That is not their swadharma, their cup of tea. Their longing is only to be in sport and cinema respectively. Right? So your way of experience is based on your klesha. Whatever you desire in your mind, accordingly you will get. Suppose this whole Janma, you want to get mukti, 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 mukti. You start reading scriptures, nothing happened. Next Janma, God will put you in a certain place. You will select accordingly a right parent so that your spiritual longing can be expressed. Suppose you want cinema, you are longing somebody you are longing to become an actor, but he died just when he entered in a small way only. Now, next Janma, based on his punya and papa, you have to get punya. Somebody is so rich, something, or so spiritual, I mean, some punya they have done. Based on punya, next Janma, nature will put you in that kind of parents, or I will select unconsciously those kind of parents who nurture the talent of acting. Nothing is good or bad. Whatever you ask, God will give. So better in this Janma, we should ask wisely. But best thing, better not to ask. Go to the temple. You say, God, please give me whatever you want to give. You tell me you have a kid. The kid says, Amma, you give me whatever you want to give. Other kid is telling, Amma, give me fried rice, veg fried rice, or this fried rice, that fried rice. Who is asking better? The first kid is asking better, right? If first kid says, Amma, give me whatever you want. Suppose you give a bitter kashayam. The kid may cry, no? Amma, I am not asking fried rice. I asked you whatever you want to give. Why you are giving kashayam? You are hating me. You will say, right? That's what we are saying to God. Anything happens to us, what we say to God? You, God, you don't know what to do. You know how many times I'm doing puja, how many years I'm following you. You are giving me so many problems. Why that Amma is giving kashayam? Because yesterday the kid has taken a lot of sweet. The stomach is upset. So one kashayam one time, the kid will be healthy. Why we are getting so much suffering? God is giving, you have done so many things. So I'm giving suffering in installment so that you will evolve. So we should understand this. We don't have trust. We say we go to God, we go to temple, and anything happens in life, we'll say, no, this is not good. That is not good. When you believe in God, whatever happens, suffering comes. You should be happy, right? Because you believe in God. Who gives suffering? God gives me suffering. You say, I believe in God, and when the suffering comes, you say God to remove it, or you point and you curse God. This is not fair, right? So this birth, span of life, and experience comes due to your accumulated kleshas. So what will be the, is it everything will be pain, master? No, the birth, span of life and experience can be painful or pleasant, or the mixture of both based on your punya or apunya. We talked about no punya, right? Punya and papa. Based on your punya and papa, your experience will be pain or pleasure. Many people, they are so painful right from birth. They may be studied in an orphanage, brought up in an orphanage and all. Very big suffering, right? And somebody very rich and got very good parents, somebody not rich also good parents, somebody bad parents, all these things because of your punya and apunya. It is mentioned in 14th sutra. So better to do punya in this birth. So good thing is okay, master, but what is apunya? You say suffering. What is suffering? What is dukkam? Can you explain more about it, master? Now, suffering. What is suffering? Suffering is caused by three things. A change, desire, and habits. So, parinama, tapa, samskara, they say. Parinama means change. Any change happens, first we'll suffer, right? You got a promotion. That day you are happy. After a few months, you'll be cursing. I was so happy 2 months back. They promoted me. No, they are torturing me. In 24 hours, I'm working for 20 hours. So, any change will lead you to dukkam, suffering. Desire, every desire. You got many things what you asked for. Still you are suffering. Habits, naturally. Habits means what? Compulsive behavior is a habit. Good or bad, both are equally bad. Why? You're unconsciously drawn towards it. Is walking good? Everyday walking 1 hour good? Good, right? Suppose you have a fractured leg. If you're addicted to walking, good habit, that time also you want to walk. You say, no, I will handle. Give me a stick, I will walk. What is this? You should not get addicted to good or bad, right? It should be a choice. You should choose. Nothing should be compulsive. So it says it's all pay. This is dukkha. And for a realized person, everything is painful. For a wise man, everything is painful. They say in this sutra. What it means? See, for example, a kid is, this picture is a little small. You need to focus here. So this little kid got lost in the crowd from the parents. So keep on crying. The police officer got the kid. The police officer gave some cookies and chocolate. The kid start crying. Temporarily it stops. Again it start crying. Amma, amma. Then the police officer gave some toy. Then few seconds he stop crying. Again he starts crying. Amma, amma. You tell me when the suffering will stop? Only if the kid is meet its parents, then only suffering stop, right? Till such time, whatever you give, the kid will not be happy. Same thing, yogi. A yogi will not be happy. If you give a car, if you give a bungalow, if you give 100 crore rupee, yogi will not, you cannot satisfy a yogi. For him, everything is suffering. The whole world you give him also suffering. Unless until he meets his own, the real parents. You call Vishnu, you call Shiva, you call Paramatma, whatever it is. Till he reaches, he will be unhappy. We are so happy in the golden prison, right? We are living in golden prison. You have a big house. That's a golden prison. Tomorrow something happens. Suppose you need a lot, big money for your medical expenditure. How many of us will sell our first bought house? We get so much attached, right? We will not sell. That's a good thing. Why you bought that day? You told this is a big investment. If I do this tomorrow, whenever I need money, I will have. Now the time comes, you don't want to go because this is you built it. Whatever I feel important to me, that's all golden prison. I'm so happy living in it. But a yogi, doesn't matter gold, whether prison is gold or iron, it's a prison. So he is ready to break everything and move towards spiritually higher. We should feel all these things are iron prison. When it is iron prison, you will not try to bother it, right? You want to come out. But we have put golden prison around us. We don't want to escape. So how to do it, master? How to come out of the pain? He says, the pain which are yet to come to be avoided. You can have destiny in your hand. The future pain can be avoided. So today I fell down when I was playing. There was a small, some stone was there. I just met a small accident when I was playing. Then I fell down. I got problem. Next day, I can remove the stone or I can play carefully so that I can avoid it. This accident, I can avoid it. Or today I sowed the paddy and I sowed the paddy thing and I got rice. But tomorrow, next season, it is left to you, right? You can sow wheat or whatever you want. So it is left to you what you want. So the pain which is already on, you cannot avoid it. Something happened. Can I avoid it now? No. But future pain, if you start living consciously, what it is supposed to happen in future, that is there in your hands. You can change that in your way. This is also, if you have question, keep it. Whether fate can be changed or not, the question will come. The fate is already decided, or can I change the fate? Okay. This question, if you have, keep it. We'll address in the question answer session. And why this pain, master? And what is the remedy? Then 17th Sutra says, the pain is due to identification of the soul with the creation. See, I am the car. I am inside the car. This car belongs to me. And I am not the car. Is that true? I am not the car, right? I am inside somewhere. But the car is an equipment for me to travel. Similarly, I am inside the body. The body is not me, right? I am inside the body. The body is like an equipment to me, like a vehicle through which I use this in this janma. Mind is also vehicle. See, body is collection of food, right? We are 3-4 kg. Now we have 40, 50, 60, 100, 120, whatever kg we know, any kg. How we collected so much kg? Because of eating. That's why it is called Annamaya Kosha, food body. What is mind? Is mind yours? No, when you are small, everybody started giving suggestion ideas. You start putting inside, right? From the parents, teachers, society, everybody said this is right, this is wrong. Everything you stored in your mind and you developed your personality. How it can become you? Whatever you stored, whatever you gathered, it can be yours. But it cannot become you, right? Whatever you gather, it is yours. You have to use it because you have to live. But you are not that. So you are inside the car. You are inside the body and mind. But both body and mind are vehicle. But most of the time, we get identified with the body and mind. This is the problem of suffering. When you read scriptures, when you do yoga, you start experiencing you are beyond body, beyond mind. Okay. How many of you like to play toys? I'm going to give a lot of toys. See, playing toys, nobody's ready. Suppose if I give you a lot of toys, if I take one toy from that, will you cry? Will you cry? So, Grish Mamam is having a kid. You ask your kid, if you give 10 toys to him, take one toy, will he cry or not? He will cry, right? How come your kid will cry, but you will not cry? Can anyone tell me in this answer to it? How come your kid cries, but you will not cry? The same thing, no?
Because we know it's a toy.
Very good. You know, you are not the toy. Toy is very simple. You got knowledge. But your kid doesn't have knowledge, right? He's growing. We are grown up. When you grow up spiritually, you understand this body is also toy. The mind is also toy. But we have not reached that place. When this is a toy, you play with it happily. You use it. But the moment it comes to leave, you leave happily. The problem is you consider you are the toy. That is the root cause of all the problem. That's what it says. The pain is due to identification of the soul. Soul means Purusha. With the scene means Prakriti, creation. Whatever my body, mind, the entire world is called Prakriti or creation. I start associating myself with that. But I am not that. I'm not even my body and mind. How can I be that? But I get closer association with that. I start understanding I am that. So I start suffering. So what is the remedy? Disassociate. Dissociate means don't go to mountain or forest or somewhere. That's not dissociation. Inside your mind, you can live, you can work in a sweet shop and still you can get detached and live. You can joyfully enjoy the detachment. Suppose you like so much sweets. You work in a sweet shop. You know how much problem it is for you? Every day you will eat 1 or 2 kg of sweet. Within few months, you will get all diabetes. You will get all the problem. That gives suffering only. Living in a working in a sweet shop and being detached. Beautiful thing. Right? So similarly, you can do that. No, Prakriti. What is Prakriti, masters? You said creation. You said all the suffering is due to creation. Like, because the body is creation, mind is a creation. This Purusha is soul. Except soul, everything is creation. What we are saying is the soul is attached to creation. This is the problem. Now separate the soul, separate the creation. Now we says, what is creation? The question. The creation, that means Drishyam. Drishyam means creation. The creation exists for the purpose of experience and liberation of Purusha. See, the soul needs experience. Then only liberation will come. Okay. How many of you like sweet? How many of you like sweet? Nobody?
All of us, I guess.
All of you. Suppose, let's say some of you like sweet. Now, ma'am, if you like sweet, I have a very simple method to come out of sweet. Do you want to come out of sweet? I will make you, in few days, you will start hating sweet. Anybody wants to follow? You can follow. What you do? Simple thing. From tonight onwards, next 7 days, all your breakfast, lunch and dinner, you have to eat only sweets. What happens after 7 days? The moment somebody says sweet, you will start running. They have not given you. Because 7 days eating sweet, experience comes. Then what will happen? Liberation. You will ask for liberation. Please relieve me. I don't want it. This is like prison. Please give me some chapati, roti, some rice. Don't give me sweet. In your life, you will never turn back. This is what happens when you experience anything properly, then you will ask only for liberation. You know why all big rich person are donating? You take Wipro, you take Infosys, or you take Microsoft. You know, all the great people there, founders, they start donating up to 90% of whatever they earn to a trust. Their trust only, but still goes for. Because there is no joy in materialistic thing. There is no joy in keeping thousands and thousands of crores. Because the experience they have done, they had all the experience. After the experience, they want liberation. They want to come out of that money. So in life also, if you have a right kind of experience, then you will definitely ask for liberation. It will happen. So the car is mine. I am inside the car. I am not the car. That is fine. But what is the purpose of the car? What is the purpose of body and mind? Purpose of body and mind is to experience the world. When you have enough experience, then you will say you will live in very contented life. You know why you people are here, come to Yoga Sutras? You would have watched a serial, you can go to movie. You say, that's okay, I can do. The attraction that has come down. You are so happy in avoiding that and coming over here because you have a lot of experience. You have seen many movies, many things. You thought, okay, that is all fine. Now experience, you had a good experience, you have come out of that. Wherever you had nice experience, good learning happens, you will come out of that, you will ask for liberation. So the car, how car helps? Car helps me to ride. I can enjoy the music, AC, everything. And it helps me to travel, to reach the place. Similarly, the body and mind helps me to travel in this lifetime. Can I travel in this lifetime without body and mind? Impossible. So this is a vehicle. This vehicle I'm using to get experience. And finally, if I get enough experience, I'll go for liberation. So what are this Drishyam? Can you tell me something deeper about this creation? Now, this chart, it will take 1 hour or beyond that. We had 11 hours course for this chart, only explaining this chart. And if you want to explain only about this chart without any big explanation, it takes 1 hour. Okay, we are not going to spend 1 hour. If any of you interested, we can have a session separately for it. Okay, I'll tell you within 5 minutes. Now, something called Moola Prakriti. Moola Prakriti means that which is unmanifested. You know, before Big Bang, what was there? Something which was not manifested, which was there. Unmanifested. Then something got manifested. So this you can say energy in unmanifested form. When the energy takes the first form, it is called Mahat. This is like a CEO, somebody having money. Okay, a CEO is there, somebody is there who has money. What he will do? He will first appoint a CEO. I have a lot of money. I want to start a business. I will appoint the right person as its boss so that he will do. So Mahat is called Mahat. You can equate to Brahma, the four-faced Brahma, who creates, or a CEO. It is called universal intelligence. When the universal intelligence happens, it decides right from the cosmos to an atom how everything has to function. Now, in that Mahat universal intelligence, I am a small one drop of intelligence called Chitta. Chitta means generally mind. Actually, it is not mind, much bigger. So, Chitta is a compartment where our Buddhi, Ahamkara, and Manas is there. Ahamkara means identity. All of us have identity, right? We are identified with certain things. If we yoga also, we say, I am a yoga teacher, identity. So, every identity we carry, that is Ahamkara. The body is also identity, right? Why the body is not dissolving in the air? The body having its own form, there's an identity. The mind is having its own form, that is identity. So ahamkara is identity. Without that, the body cannot be formed, the mind cannot be formed. And I have something called manas. Manas means always goes for pleasure. And there is something called buddhi. Manas is a kid's mind, buddhi is a parent mind. Buddhi will always say what is right, what is wrong. So this is a parent mind, say what is right, what is wrong. Manas sometimes, many times will not listen. No, I will eat sweet. Tomorrow I will take 1 tablet extra. So your manas will try to convince you. And under the manas, you have jnana indriyas. Why jnana indriyas? Jnana means knowledge, indriyas means senses. That which gives you knowledge. You know, if you give anything to a kid, first it will see, then it will touch, then it will shake and hear the sound, then it will put it in the mouth and it will smell. Why it is doing all these things? To gain knowledge about the object. Similarly, we have this 5 ear, skin, eyes, tongue and nose through which only we get knowledge. This is called jnana indriyas. This is called karma indriyas. Karmendriyas. Karma means action. Whatever you want to do, conscious action, you can do only through these organs. Mouth, arms, legs, excretory, reproductive system. Can you do action through your heart? Can you make your heart to pump more? Can you make your liver to function differently? No, right? All those things are automatically controlled. You can do actions only through this 5. So these 2 reports to Manas. Whatever knowledge, it will pass to Manas. Manas will do action through Karmendriyas. And there is something called Mahabhutas, 5 bhutas, something called Tanmatras. Tanmatras is a very subtle concept. If any of you interested, tell me, we'll take this class, 1 hour, only this chart. So, Tanmatras means sound, touch, form, taste and smell. God wants to experience you only these 5. Can you taste anything beyond this? God wants you to experience only this 5. So, He created for that 5 organs. You see, sound. Sound you can hear through ears. Touch you can feel through skin. Form, the scene you can see only through eyes. Taste you can smell, you can taste only through tongue. Smell you can experience only through nose. And these 2 to reach, Tanmatras to reach your jnana indriyas, you need a vehicle. Mahabhutas are the vehicle. We are not going to explain it. So this is a vehicle. Okay. This is enough. Right side you can forget. This is again, it will confuse you. This is a very interesting concept. So we have come here up to 19. See how much time it took? We thought it's an easy pada, only 19 sutras, nearly more than an hour gone. Now, we are going to see what is the connection between Purusha and Prakriti. See, we should know. Drashta means Purusha. Purusha means soul. Drashya means Prakriti. Prakriti means creation. All the creation except the soul, all are creation. The soul is called Drashta or Purusha. So, what is the connection between soul and the creation? So we should see this. These sutras talks about soul and its connection. So first thing is the Purusha sees through the mind. See, this is little difficult to understand. The Purusha is there. What is Purusha? Soul. The soul is here. The mind is here. The world is here. Who is seeing the mind? Sorry, who is seeing the world? The world is seen through your eyes and reported to your mind, right? Only actually your mind sees the world. Is that true? And whatever your mind sees, your Purusha witness it. Your soul witness it. Your soul will not respond. Your soul witness. If we show temple, the Purusha will witness temple. If you show cinema, Purusha will witness cinema. Depends on what you are seeing. So your mind should be very strong to go in the right direction. Accordingly, your soul will witness. And soul is that which gives energy to the mind to function. Who gives energy? You tell me, somebody died. The mind is there, all the 5 senses are there, the hand is there, eyes are there, nose are, everything is there, but he is not moving. Who is gone? The soul has gone, Purusha is gone. So Purusha is that which gives energy to the mind, even to the world. This is a bigger thing. You can ask question, but it takes time to answer. Okay. Now we'll say for all the creation, Purusha gives energy. Without Purusha, mind cannot work. Without mind, I cannot experience the world. Okay. That is what 28th Sutra says, the Purusha, the soul, sees through the mind or witnesses through the mind. Next, it says, the purpose of creation is to only serve and give experience to Purusha. What is the purpose of creation? Let's see, the creation is the horse and the soul is the rider. What is the purpose of horse? Suppose he wants to reach a temple, from here, wherever he is, to reaching the temple, reaching there, that is the only purpose. After reaching, what happens? The Prakriti, the horse will go, the Purusha will go inside. So purpose of Prakriti is only to serve and give experience to Purusha. What is the purpose of body and mind? Is to give experience to the soul. Now, next thing is, once that experience, suppose you got all the experiences fulfilled, happens, the scene disappears for him, but still appears for others. That means what? If I enter the temple, the horse will disappear for me, but it will exist for others. What it means? Ramana Maharishi was there. He attained liberation, self-realization. He went. When he attained self-realization, after that, there is no world for him, right? No world, no materialistic world. Nothing is there for him. But the world exists for us, right? Because we are, all the souls are here. Whichever soul attains self-realization or mukti, the materialistic world, the world disappears for him, but the world exists for others. Why? All other souls are there. They also have to get realization, right? That is the meaning of this sutra. Then why both are together? The union of the soul and the creation is for the soul to discover his own true nature and liberate himself. You can ask, who has put the soul in this body and mind? Why again I should go for liberation? You cannot ask this question, okay? Because none of us know. When you get that stage, we will know. Why creator? Why the God is doing like that? We don't know. So the purpose of union of the soul, Purusha and Prakriti, the soul and the creation, why it has come together? Because to find out my own nature and come out. You are putting your kid to a school. Why you are putting to a school? He has to gain and understand his nature, his strength, and come out so that he can be productive, right? Similar to that. Somebody has put it so that we evolve and come back.
Bhaiya,
Now, next question. Yes, madam.
could you explain this once more, the 2.221, the previous one? Once that experience's purpose is fulfilled.
Okay. Once the experience, the purpose is fulfilled. See, suppose a yogi gets mukti, moksha. He just get into samadhi, then he attained moksha. You know, when moksha attained means he leave the body and go. When he attains moksha, or simply when he gets into deeper meditation or samadhi, the world is not there for him, right? For him, the world is absent, but the world is present for us. Somebody attained mukti and went, the world is vanished for him. Because this is like, is the toy world is there for you? No, right? You're not playing. You went beyond the toy world. Now toys are not the world for you. But the toys are there. What for? You have your kid to experience. Similarly, once you get the final experience, the self-realization experience, the scene disappears. That means what? The world and all the materialistic will disappear, but still it is there for others. Because the world is common to all. If one person get enlightenment, other people should not miss the world, right? That's the meaning of that sutra. Is that clear?
Okay.
So what unites? Now, what is that making this Purusha and Prakriti, the soul and the creation to come together? This is where Avidya comes. It is because of Avidya. People always say, right, you should have Punya or Papa to come back this world. You know this? When you have to take next birth, you should have either Punya or Papa. Without Papa and Punya, you cannot take next birth. But both Punya and Papa are called as Klesas. Whether you carry gold in your head, 10 kg gold or 10 kg stone, both are weight, right? Both are making you not to walk fast. So both Punya and Papa, we call that as Avidya. Avidya is a cause of union. Avidya is like a glue. You know, you want to paste Purusha and Prakriti, the soul and the body and mind together. Something should act like a paste. That paste is called Avidya. Without that paste, you cannot take birth. So how should I come out. How should I get liberation? Destruction of avidya. You shoot down this guy, the underworld dawn. If you destroy your avidya, then you will attain kaivalyam. You will attain your final self-realization. So the purpose of all our sadhana is destroying avidya. Gain vidya and destroy avidya. How to destroy avidya, master? So he says, if you want to destroy avidya, you should get discriminative knowledge, uninterrupted discriminative knowledge. This is the highest vidya. If you want to destroy avidya, you remove a, it becomes vidya, right? Opposite. Darkness. Avidya is darkness. Vidya means light. You have to have uninterrupted discriminative knowledge. Can we test how much discriminative knowledge we have? Discriminative knowledge means you have to separate it and understand it and fully able to describe and find the difference. Now you tell me, what is the difference between these two kids? The color, right? Both are twins. One is fair, other is black. Easy. You can find it. This is what discriminative knowledge. Now your mind is working. Can you tell me what is the difference? The picture is small, but still it will be visible. Remains same, but seems to be the shirts are different, right? Little design is different. What is the difference between one pot to another pot? Your discriminative knowledge goes. You cannot find. You take the pot in your hand, you can see there is a small line here, small line comes, there the line doesn't come. You can also say, okay, now what is the difference? You cannot find the difference. This is the limit of our knowledge. What they say is uninterrupted discriminative knowledge. That means you should know you will know what is creation, what is mine, what is me, everything. With that knowledge, if you show this to a yogi, he will easily say, what is the difference between two blue balls? He will find. If you put a thermal sensor, it will find, right? Based on different temperature, it will show you different, the position of the ball, where it say, this is different from this is different from this, like that. Similarly, we should know what is the difference between, we don't know what is Purusha itself, right? We don't know what is soul itself. Then how to find the difference between soul and the creation? Very difficult. That is called discriminative knowledge. This is beyond logic. Why? Say you want to weigh the earth. Can you weigh the earth using a weighing machine? Your school kid you are teaching, whatever you want to weigh, you have to weigh through a weighing machine. Then kid is asking, okay, ma, but how people have given me the weight of earth, but how they weighed? Is there a bigger weighing machine? This is much bigger logic. If you have a paper and pen, you write some mathematical and physical formula, you can find the weight of earth, right? So whatever we say discriminative knowledge is beyond logic. Up to logic to a certain extent. Beyond that, there is a much, much bigger science, which is having a larger and much bigger logic. So what the discriminative knowledge contains? Suppose somebody has discriminated this uninterrupted discriminative knowledge, what it contains. Then the next sutra says it will have 7 steps. If you have the 7 stages, then you will have that knowledge. What are the 7 steps? This is not in order. Okay, stage 1 to 7, it may vary, but it says all that is known to be known is known. If you get this discriminative knowledge, continuously establish yourself, then inside of you, all that is known to you is known. That means what? You will know everything. All that has been renounced is renounced. You don't need to renounce anything. Everything you renounced. No desire will exist in your mind. All that needs to be done is done. You don't need to do anything. You know, all the great sages, they simply sat for meditation. Nothing they want to do outside. You will reach that state. All sorrow, suffering are overcome. All kinds of fear are overcome. No imaginary knowledge remains. That means actual, perfect, right knowledge there. Then you will attain this discriminative knowledge. How to get this discriminative knowledge, master? By sustained practice of yoga. If you practice yoga continuously, then we are all now like this dirty chimney. The mind is full of impurities. Then you will become a clean chimney. What is that yoga, master? You practice Ashtanga yoga, 8 limbs yoga. So here only Ashtanga yoga starts. 29th sutra. Okay, I don't want to complete with so much hurry and all. We will have one more session, no problem. But we will continue during our next class. Today is Monday, right? So Wednesday we'll start from Ashtanga yoga, from the 30th sutra. Now, if you have any doubts, please. You're free to ask any doubts. Any questions?
Bhaiya, you mentioned Dvesha is non-acceptance of which is bothering us is also Dvesha.
What is it? Dvesha.
Dvesh,
Abhinivesa.
Dvesh.
Dvesha. Dvesha is the pain is followed by hate. Wherever the pain is there, you start hating it.
So,
Whatever you hate, that is Dvesha. I don't like somebody. If you don't like somebody, that is Dvesha.
okay, but is non-acceptance also Dvesha, or that is like it's not hatred, it's not love, nothing. Non-acceptance
See,
is like we are not accepting if it's present. So, in a sense, we are hating it, or maybe we are not liking it. So, is
yes.
that also Dvesha, or there's a thin
When, when
line?
I argue, when I argue with you, uh, that means I have enmity with you. See, arguing can have two things. One is I can be stubborn in what I say, and I decided what I'm saying is right. I'm arguing with you to beat you. This is not actual argument. This is not for knowledge. This is for ego. But the same argument can happen to know the truth. I don't know. I'm arguing with you to understand truth. Similarly, when you have dislike towards somebody, it depends on what kind of mindset you carry. Only you know whether you have hatred or not. Other people doesn't know. I can talk sweetly, still I can have hatred inside, right? True. I can talk so sweetly, still I can carry hatred. So the person, I only know, it's very subjective. Only that person knows whether he has hate or not. Or you are hating, you suppose you just, you are scolding your children. Outside people say, see how she is hating. No, there is no hate. There is too much love. That's why I'm scolding. Correct? So hate doesn't depend upon what I use. Many yogis always abuse all the time. There are many yogis, they always shout. Don't think they are like that. They are too much, compassion. They don't want you to come near them. Somehow they have developed some kind of thing, or that is the way they say, but they are so compassionate. But we always you have a habit of pampering, expecting pampering. If you go to ashram or any place, if you see the guru can be so harsh. Those days, the disciples stayed for 10, 12 years to study. And even now, if you go and take a sannyas in an ashram, they will give you all kind of work for 10 years. Those days, years together, the disciple has to work, no teaching will happen. Why? You have to do all physical work, you have to exhaust your physical energy, and you have to become so humble. Then you are preparing your mental field. Guru is preparing. After 10 years, a guru teaches, immediately will go in your mind. So he is reducing your ego. You may come from a big place, you clean the toilet. Next 5 years, toilet cleaning is your work. He's testing your patience. Similarly, the hate and all, it's from inside. I know only I'm hating or not. Any question? Any other question? It is related to yoga, so you can ask anything. Don't worry about question. It is so silly. How to ask? This is a time to ask. You ask any question. If I know, I'll say. If I don't know, together we will search for the answer.
Sir, I have
How fear? 1 second, ma'am. 1 second, Deepa, ma'am. There is a chat. I will say. Then we'll come. So, law of karma makes sense only to those who believe in it. Hindus believe it, but when people who don't believe in it attack us, we are not able to protect ourselves. They have weapons and we have sticks. This is what have happened to us through thousands of years. Fine. See, when it comes to war, nobody is asking you to be there. See, what law of karma says, for example, when a soldier is there, India and Pakistan, does they know each other? Indian soldier doesn't have any personal enmity to any of that person there. Similarly, Pakistan soldiers do not have this kind of person, this specific person, no hatred, right? Still, you kill each other. They die. This should be their dharma. Their dharma is to protect there. We are not telling there you follow. There, what is your dharma? You should do. It talks about personal hate. This is number one. Number two, we are talking about the spiritual evolution. It is for that people who renounce or who wants to gain that knowledge. Do you want to teach sports to a person who wants to become an IAS? He's interested into teaching. Sorry, interested into getting into an IAS officer. He's studying. He is not, you cannot go and teach sports to him. You don't like. Similarly, those who are interested to get into self-realization, all these concepts are taught. Many concepts common person can follow. Many concepts common person cannot follow. It is not for common people. This is for sadhakas who are ready to understand truth. Not everyone is right. We have 140 crore people. Not everyone is interested. Somebody wants to get to here, get there, get there. Just go there. Do best possible. If you want to become a full-time sadhaka, then you read scripture, follow everything. If you are a part-time sadhaka, do whatever is possible. If somebody is in army, is a part-time sadhaka. We are all working part-time sadhaka. Then you do whatever is possible. That's all. You don't need to follow 100%. Then one more question. How fear generates hatred? The attachment, hatred, fear are all interconnected. Suppose your kid is playing with a what to say, some car, okay, remote control car, okay. Now it is playing. You suddenly take the car out. What will happen to the kid? It will shout, right? It will start crying or it will start shouting. Now see, it is attached to the car. You deny the pleasure of it, hatred comes. Right? Immediately hatred comes. Either he will shout or cry. Why the hatred comes? There is a fear of losing that. I'm losing that. My mama is taking me out. I have that fear. I'm just telling a gross example. Okay. Similarly, why we have fear? The fear of losing the body. Why? We have so much attachment. We have so much attachment in the body, and that brings fear. Actually, so much attachment means I hate death, right? What I hate death. Because death is the enemy to hate. So it comes from one to another. You can always explain Avidya to Asmita, Asmita to Raga, Raga to Dvesha. We can do it. Deepana, your question, ma'am.
Yes, sir. This is a very, I don't know, it's a very personal, individual question. It struck my mind. Whether sadhana, doing any sadhana is also a desire, we can say, because we can say people become rigid out of, like, I'm doing this sadhana and I'm going towards it, but I'm making it more and more like I need it. I need it. I mean, the sadhana towards what the goal towards we are going. So, is it a kind of desire only?
Yes.
I think it's a stupid question, basically, but still.
No. Very, very relevant question. You're telling now yoga also becoming compulsion. You say
Yeah,
like that.
many times it happens that I am doing this and I want to know more, I want to get more, I want more, basically. The want is there. So is it a desire?
There. No, that's a very good step, ma'am. See, first there is a good and bad. Which you should do first? Should I go do bad? I should do good, right?
Yeah.
Do good. That's why punya and papa, which is better? Doing punya is better. But it says if you do punya, again you will come back. You will get all good things. But if you do punya, you will get good body, good mind, good parents, good ambience, so that you will grow. Without punya, you cannot get all those things. So you have to do good. When you mature more, then a guru will come or we will mature, insight will come. Then you should neither do good nor bad. That means what? I should not do anything good. How to avoid good, you tell me. You have to perform good, but the good should not come to you. How to do? Whenever you do good things, inside don't take credit of it.
Yeah.
Suppose you are helping somebody. You are giving 1 lakh to someone. Don't take pride in telling, I have given 1 lakh. You know how beautiful I am. The moment you take credit of it, you will get that punya. The moment you say, this is God. You're not saying just from my lips or mouth, from my heart. If I say, God has given me more money, giving 1 lakh is nothing for me. It's only God is giving. If you really accept and go, that punya will not come to you. We should understand, you have to delete both punya and papa. It's like credit and debit. Only if your account becomes zero, we will get a realization. Correct. When you have anything in the account, either credit or debit, you have to come back again.
Yes.
So going behind with an attachment for good things is a good first step. Go behind it. After the stage will come to leave it. Okay. See, you are traveling in a car. Suppose you are in Bangalore, I'm in Chennai. Or you are traveling to Kashi or some other place, some temple visit. Okay. Without car, can you go? You're going with the car. When you go near the temple, you have to leave the car and go, right? When you say, I'm in the car, I'm attached. No. You can the car, but be in the mind, I'm going to the temple. Then only you can leave the car and go after that.
Correct.
Similarly, do punya, do good, but understand one day I will leave this also and go. If you do this consciously, that's a wonderful thing.
Yes. So there kaivalya comes, right?
Yes.
There
Yes.
it comes it on its naturally. We don't have to desire kaivalya. That's what it is.
See, I'll tell you, you don't do any good thing, still you will attain Kaivalyam.
Ah,
No need to do yoga. Simply you live, maybe after 10,000 janmas, you will get Kaivalya.
yeah,
But any come in this line, then only go. The path is same. Okay.
got
But the matter for all our sadhaka is whether in 10,000 janma or 10 janma, I want liberation. We are in fast because see, all of things we experience, we found everything is good, pleasure, but this is not permanent. Many of us have this thing.
right.
Do you want again study from LKG, UKG?
No.
No, right? Already saturated. Like this, the mind comes, the mind naturally progress above. So even if you don't do anything, anyway, life will roast and toast you everything, right? Life does it. Whatever you imagine, you don't imagine, it happens in life to make us progress.
Right.
But what we as a sadhaka is, we understand it, go with the flow. We are using that life to enhance our whatever we have so that we move fast.
Correct.
But the animals don't have the capacity, right? Animals cannot do. Only human being can strive for something. Animals cannot strive. It is all programmed. Animals can work only within a circle. They cannot go beyond. But humans, there is no outer limit. I can become a god. I can become like a demon. Both the possibility are within me. So better use it. When I come with so much capability, why should I not use it? See, if you start eating, sleeping, and getting married, getting children, dying one day, what is the difference between us and animal? Animal also doing the same thing. It is also getting birth. It is not going. Don't think it's not going to school. It's learning. It is also going and earning its food. No, I am working in office. You are working in office. You are earning food only, no, for you. It is also same thing. No, we should do something. I come with a different capability. If I don't use it, that's a crime. Having come as an eagle, can I be like a chicks or something like animal in the ground, or like a crow? If I come an eagle, I need to fly high. That is my capability. I cannot be with a crow and become a crow. So we are beyond that. We should use our capability to evolve.
Yes. So our aim is to evolve and not to desire for what I am getting kaivalya. That's what.
Without desiring, you cannot evolve. I want to evolve. That's a desire.
Yeah.
Without desire, you cannot move. We will leave that desire late, finally.
Okay.
Have the highest desire now. Go there. Leave the desire in the final step. You want to go to 10th floor, have a desire to go to the first floor. When you reach the first floor, leave the first floor desire, go to the second floor desire. Then go to the third floor desire. Like that only we need to go. Step by step. That's it. Have a good desire, noble desire. Then you leave it finally.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you said pleasure is attachment, right? So,
Yes.
so we should not have pleasure in life because it is again taking us towards the attachment, and as attachment will take you away from the final goal.
Yes, good question. So you take your kid to a chocolate shop, ask your kid to take whatever it wants, enjoy it. Okay? The kid will eat everything, right? Everything in the hand it will eat. Next day, that's all. You have to take to hospital and do many things. And we will leave you to the chocolate shop. Whatever you want to eat, what will you do?
I will not
What will you
eat
do?
so much. I'll
You will
have
eat?
little bit of chocolate.
Little bit you will eat. Now, are you not enjoying? You're enjoying, right?
Right.
You are consciously doing things. When you do consciously, you will not get attached to it. No problems is there. Your kid doesn't know how to be conscious. It is going by impulsive behavior. Correct? By impulse, the kid runs and takes all the chocolate. Now it gets attached, creates all the problem. Now you learned, you have a lot of knowledge. You decided, you know the consequence. So you still enjoy the chocolate, but you will not get attached. Similarly, the raga attachment. If you're conscious, you can enjoy, still be detached. That means don't get attached. If you're not conscious, not aware, then you will get attached to it. Attachment always gives problem. See, we should understand attachment and love. Attachment is you are sucking happiness from somebody. Somebody's blood you are sucking. You're living your life. It's like parasite. Love means you're giving. That means you give whatever you have. No asking. Similar, attachment means you are living with somebody thing, either a product, an object, or human being. You are just absorbing their blood and living. No, that should not be human nature. Human nature is giving. You give, that is love. When you take and live, we call it parasite. That's attachment. You can enjoy your attachment, provided you're conscious. Be aware about the consequence, take right decisions, still you will enjoy. You tell me, having a good health and living for long is enjoyment, or do everything within 30 years and have all the disease, which is enjoyment? Which is wise?
Having a good life, healthy life.
That's what we do. Then you will not get attached. People who are leading healthy life, they have lesser attachment, right? People who are attached to smoking, drinking, drugs, they spoil their life. So that does, they will, he will say and say, see, I'm drinking, you are not enjoying. You will laugh at him. Let you drink and have a lot of disease. You don't know what healthy body is. I'm walking for 1 hour. You can't even walk for 15 minutes. We'll say that, right? They spoil their body.
But sir, that is also attachment, right?
Which is attachment?
Attachment to the healthy life. And then you have that
That's why
thing.
I said, like earlier also question, please get attached to good things first. We will think about detached later. See, first thing is, good or bad, what should I do? Let us do good. Get attached to good. That's the first step. We will see the second step when we evolve. Then we will see how to leave that good also. You want to do PhD and LKG kid is telling, okay, anyway, I want to do PhD, right? Why should I go to kindergarten? I will go there. No. First you be here. Then we'll go there. Similarly like that. Start do good first. After doing good, the guru will come or nature will teach us. Why we are all here? Due to many things, right? Somebody told, somebody put, we came into yoga unknowingly. Nature will not leave. Nature is the all father and mother. Nature will show the way. A guru will come somewhere, somebody will come and give some direction. That will happen. But as a first step, let's do good and get attached to good, no problem. As of now. That's good to the world also, right?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Grishman.
Sir, is Abhinivesa, the fear of death, is it harming somebody to rescue ourselves from the fear of death? That is Abhinivesa, or
All the Klesas are within me. That is hatred. Dvesha. You want to kill someone, that is Dvesha.
fear of death, but if we are protecting ourselves, then this should not be Abhinivesa. Like we have fear of death, but if we are protecting, because of the fear of death, we are protecting ourselves. I mean, the body, mind, or whatever we consider it. Then that is also Abhinivesa.
Yes, because as a human being, you don't need to have the fear of it because you understand what is world is, what is life is. An animal or any other creature doesn't understand, so that protection is given. It has given for us because many human beings live like animal. See, when you touch a fire, before the signal goes to the mind, it goes to a nervous system. Suddenly you lift your finger up. This is for self-protective mechanism. Can I spend my whole life in fearing about this? No, you can go beyond fear, but an animal cannot go beyond fear. It says it is for your existential purpose, basic life, but you can go beyond that. So please leave and go. Every day fearing, can you avoid death? Every day you start fearing about death. Can you avoid? No. They say you do your life wisely, do whatever best, follow good habits, do good things and dedication in yoga. Still somebody may die at 20, 30. That doesn't matter because we believe in karma. So it's all there. Please avoid that fear because anyway, everybody is good to go. Do your work. When you are in fear, you can't do anything. You miss all the opportunity.
Sir, I have one question. Sir, only meditation can help us to remove fear of death, or is there other way also?
Meditation only. Why meditation only is, then only you will do asana, you will do pranayama, pratyahara, or yama, niyama, everything. Why meditation is, you have to talk yourself. You have to read your user manual. You are the equipment. This is the most sophisticated equipment, right? You need to read your user manual. That may be your mind, that may be your body, that may be your soul. That can happen only if you travel inside. Traveling inside is possible only in meditation. When you open all the senses, go out. You are not seeing in. One of the gurus says the best way to find, the best way out is to go in. Going in is the only way out. It's a very good line. Going in is the only way out for all the problems. There's no other problem.
And sir, silencing of kleshas are same as removing of kleshas?
No, removing will happen only just before self-realization. The kleshas will exist till 99% of the time. Suppose I take 100 births. Till 99 birth, the klesha will come. Only in the last birth, klesha will not be there. That's why in the sutra it is mentioned as silencing. You can silence and keep it low. You cannot remove it. Removal will happen in the last minute. That's why they say yoga is continuous. Why people say you have to do yoga every day? If you leave one day, klesha will come. If you leave a gap, the klesha will come. That's why practice should be every day. Always continuous. Even the great yogis practice. Only yogi who reaches the final state, he lives in that state, so you don't need any practice. But otherwise, till you reach 99% of your travel, you need to do practice. Last 1%, you don't need to do any practice. That's your final birth. No practice is required. Simply, immediately after the birth, you start getting into samadhi, the dhyana, everything. People will see you as God. That means what? That's your final birth. You know. I may not be knowing. One who is there in that state, they will know. Like Ramana Maharishi knows about him, why he has come, what is his destination. But we may not be knowing. We may think he is a normal person.
I have another question, sir. So whether
Yes, sir.
it's removing the kleshas or overcoming the ruttis, it's not easy, right? We know that it's probably, I don't think even it's possible in one lifetime, and it's so difficult. It is so difficult, right? So that is the big challenge for all of us, running this life and doing all this, and this is totally parallel universe. It looks like for us.
It is not difficult. It is different. You tell me to earn a 50,000 rupees. I don't know what is the starting salary these days. 20, 25, 30, 35, I don't know, based on the industry, right? To earn few thousand rupees, how much time you're spending? Right from pre-KG, LKG, UKG, finished 10, 11, 12, then 4 years, 3 years or 4 years UG, then 2, 3 years PG. After that, even if you get a job, you have to work for some time, then you gain knowledge. Around 15, 20 years of studying only, 15, 20 years of full time, no part time, right? No part time school, no part time college, full time. After that, only you get little money. So, getting little money, we are investing 15, 20 years to know myself how much time I'm investing. Not even half an hour, 1 hour. That's why it looks so long. We are giving so much importance to materialistic world and spending so much time, but not even half an hour, 1 hour to hear. It seems to be impossible. Yes, the way we are, seems to be impossible. If it is impossible, then why all the great people are coming and crying, please do this and all? It's matter of time, what I invest. Whatever I invest, I do, that's what I will become. If I watch everyday television, everyday cinema, that's what I will become. If I start earning, thinking one day after retirement, I will come to spirituality. That time after retirement, since you practiced all the 40, 50 years with money in your mind, after retirement, your mind will ask same thing, money. Because that's what you practice every day, right? 40 years you practice for money, suddenly your mind will remove money and come to spirituality? No. Why? Your programming happened for a long time. Similarly, whatever age we are in, 20, 30, 40, so many years we invested outside. So the programming is differently. Now slowly turn back, reprogram it. Then you will start looking inside. It takes a lot of effort, lot of time. It is different, not very difficult. If you invest time and practice, it is possible. You tell me, suppose you never played football. Can I make you a good football player? Anybody never played football? You want to make all of you? Tomorrow onwards, every day, morning to us, we are practicing football. After 6 months or 1 year, if I do practice football, definitely after 1 year, you will become a very good player. Every one of you. Nobody was going to give you seat in the national or international team. But definitely you will become a much better player than today. Is that true? I'm asking. Is that true? How you gained that? Every day you practiced. Use your life, invest your life every day for yourself. You see after 5 years what happens? Seems to be easy. We are not investing due to many reasons, we may say. We have all the reasons. We have many reasons to postpone our own well-being. Telling that, if I don't do, how my family live? Today, if I die, you mean to say my family will be there? That's in the center of the thing. Anyway, they will be there. I'm not telling you to take sannyas, okay? I'm just telling, we are thinking everything we are carrying in our head. Please relax a bit. Don't think everything is lying on your head. Okay, you're giving some money, family is running. Even possible, right? Death can come anytime. It's coming for everyone. A breadwinner is dying. That doesn't mean all the family members are dying. God will give some other way. So please accept the truth, reduce your load, relax yourself, loosen yourself, try to give some time to yourself. Now, after some time, you will find this seems to be a blissful thing. Now, see, I'm in full time into yoga from 2018 onwards. I was working and full time now. If somebody comes and say, I'll give you monthly 1 crore rupee, please come for a job, I will say, I will never come. I don't want to exchange this 1 month for his 1 crore rupee. Doesn't matter, because for me, 1 month I can do so many things which gives me so much joy. I don't want to exchange this joy with the money. How I am able to see this very small, money small and much bigger? It has come after few years of here. Otherwise, I was having same fear. While coming out of the job, I was thinking thousands and thousands of times, so much fear will come. What will happen? What will happen? What will happen? God grace will be there. Don't think only we are there. If you long enough inside, the grace will come and help in some other way. So I'm not giving suggestion to resign your job and come. Please don't take that way. Please take one step. If possible, maybe take a job which gives you a little more time for spending yourself. Like that, you plan your life, at least 1 hour a day spend for yourself. Half an hour listen to satsang, half an hour practice yoga. Because listening satsang is a kind of reading text and all. It changing your programming. Half an hour normal yoga practice to change the programming of the body. You have to change the program of the mind, program of the body. For the body, asana, pranayama, whatever practice. For the mind, listening to satsang of any guru whom you like, or read some scriptures. You do it for 6 months and tell me after 6 months, you will see so much. Then you will think you will increase 1 hour to 2 hours. You will see this is so much sweet. Why should I leave? This is the way we need to progress.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Kavita ma'am.
Sir, you were explaining about that fate, whether the fate, it will happen or can we avoid that? Is it possible to avoid what is already decided as fate? Can we overcome?
You have a knife. You have a knife. Take a knife from your kitchen. Now it is in your hand. Whether you can use it to kill something or cut something or cut somebody, right? Possible. It's in your hands. So to understand more about fate, I always give this example. Suppose you're going on a road. There is a speed breaker, big speed breaker, not very abnormal, big speed breaker is coming. This is fate. Can you change the speed breaker? You cannot change the speed breaker, right? You cannot change the road. Road is fixed. Road is having a lot of potholes. Okay? Now you cannot change it. But you can avoid the impact of it. How? You becoming conscious. You're driving a two-wheeler. If you start speaking over phone and enjoying the conversation, then suddenly you open your eyes, you are in heaven or hell. Because the road is like that. You went at 100 kilometers per hour by talking, not looking down the road. Suddenly you will be flying and be in the heaven or hell. Why? You are not conscious about it. Or you jump and you will fall down, break your back or head. We don't know. But if you're conscious, you will see the speed breaker much front of me. That is fate, I know. And I will reduce my speed and I will enjoy the speed breaker. See, it is matter of what experience you are getting. You can be in hell, worst situation, still you can feel bliss inside. Or you will have everything in the world, lot of money, still you can be miserable inside. It's on your experience. What yoga says is, your experience can be changed by you. You cannot change the speed breaker, but you can avoid falling down from the speed breaker. You can make as a joyful ride. That is in your hands. So whatever fate comes, when I am aware, when I open my eyes, when I live consciously, not by imagination always, live consciously, then I will know what to do, what not to do. I will live sensibly, use my intellect and do all things that is required. I will live a joyful life. The same person who faces like you, they may commit suicide because they never use the intellect. They are never aware. They always give to their emotion or give to their likes and dislikes. They go other way. So this is our fate and our conscious decision. So there is a free will always there. Whatever you want, the free will is there. Fate is also there. If you are willing, you can avoid the impact of fate. If you are not willing, fate will consume us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So there's a question, sir. Is there any particular pathway given yoga to deal with grief of losing a parent? Been on spiritual path for many years, I feel the growth. But this pain is too deep. True, we are too much attached. See, everyone has to leave. We cannot be with someone forever. So that's why they say, like, when you are with somebody, do your best. Without them, suppose, let's say my mother. My mother is already expired, so I can take her. I may have a lot of issue with my mother. I can say my mother is an absurd person, whatever it is. I'm just saying, okay. But even to that person, without my mother, that womb I got, I'm here. Correct? So I should show gratitude when she's living. But normally what we do, when somebody left, then we know the pain. But it's okay. But at least we can do now. You can't give back. Can I give back to my mother what I received? Whether she's a good mother, bad mother, whatever mother. Whatever, I received something. I cannot give back. I can only give back to someone. So losing someone is really painful. I'm not denying that. But if you want to give back to someone. Because that person you cannot give back. But understand life. This is life. See, they say she is not with you. That's what they say, right? Somebody is not with us. She is not, or he is not with us. He is there with somebody. Don't think death means everything is over. It is day and night. Tonight we are sleeping. That is equivalent to death. Tomorrow you are waking. That is equivalent to birth. When you don't want somebody to die, then you should also stop reproducing, right? For us as a human being. If a human being, we don't want somebody to die, then we should stop producing new people, right? No, when somebody comes newly, we have to go vacate. Today, my father, grandfather, somebody may mother go. After that, my father, mother go. After that, I will go. After that, the kids will go. This is quite natural. Can I tell you a story? One of the master's story. A master, his story said, a man invited a yogi to his new house, the housewarming ceremony. So he invited, he gave a lot of gifts, he got all the thing, and finally he gave a lot of food on top, so that yogi ate. Finally he said with his wife and all, please bless us. Then he said, first your father and mother should die, then you should die, then your kid should die. Now this man got so much upset and anger. He said, I gave you a lot of respect. I bought you through my Mercedes Benz here. I gave you all the food. Then now what you're telling? The Guru said, what is that? I'm wrong. Is this not the way should happen? Suppose it happened reversely. Suppose your kid dies before you die, or your father and mother die. It will be more suffering, right? Huge suffering. If life is happening, good means what? First the elder should go, then little younger should go, then little younger should go. This is a way of life, not designed by us. It is designed by God. When you believe in God, if you die, you're going to God's place. Be happy. When the expiry date comes, everybody is going to go there. If we really feel about leaving that person, use that energy to evolve ourselves. Because when I go, the same thing should not happen to my kids. They should not feel. I should gain knowledge. I should give knowledge to them, the spiritual knowledge. Before my time comes, I should be in urgency to gain something. So this is a time to use and accept and understand the truth. Very difficult to accept, I understand. But there is no way, whether we like it or not. These are all the rules of life created by God. It has to happen, it has happened. All these days, I never imagine when it happened to somebody, but it happens to me, I imagine, right? It happens to me, I'm talking about me. When my mother gone, she was suffering from cancer, we did whatever possible. Yes, it was a huge pain. But after that, you start understanding life. It is life. Okay, a few years back, my mother went. After some years, I'm going to go. What is the problem? So let me use, if that gives wisdom, so that I use my time in this birth to the best of my well-being and everybody's well-being, that is good. So we use that to change ourselves. That's the only way, sir. Otherwise, there is no solution. We have to accept. Accepting is the only thing. Because this happens to everyone. If that happens only to you, we can have an argument on it. But it happens to everyone. So it's God's wish. That's it. Is there really having wrong or right? Or actually everything is equal? It depends on when we have a intellect, we should know what is right, what is wrong. Smoking is right or wrong. Eating too much is right or wrong. So we should know there is right and wrong is there. When you go there, you see there is right, there is wrong. What is good to the body is right. What is bad to the body is wrong. What is good to the mind is right. What is bad to the mind is wrong. There is right and wrong is there. But they say you should not judge people by right and wrong. Because today somebody is a very wrong person, having bad habits. We don't know after 10 years he can become a yogi. So they say never judge by people with that. But if you are looking for survival, you have to see by right and wrong. If you go to a a wine shop, there are so if you go and say somebody is drunk and you say, we don't know, tomorrow he may become a yogi, don't take blessing. He will go and come and beat you. I'm not saying that. When you live for a normal existential thing, do right and wrong. When you see spiritually, don't see inside somebody right and wrong. A drunkard is coming, drinking and spoiling his life. That is his karma. Like you try to do whatever is best possible to him to correct. Still, if you follow, you can't do anything. You have love on him. Somebody who spoils themselves, you have to be pity on him, right? He's spoiling himself, not others. You have to see pity on him. See, such a thing. So we have to do what our best is possible. So that you have to see right and wrong.
Sir, if it is, can I ask one question, sir?
Yes, please, ma'am. Yes, please.
Sir, if it is our own people who's spoiling, if you said no, the addiction and things and all, it's all our people who's going in wrong path. And again, this has to be detachment or something in that way, detachment or something like that, or how do we handle it?
See, when you have somebody in your, okay, I'm not taking, I'll say somebody in their family is doing something wrong. Okay. Somebody may be having some bad habit, something. So what I can do, if somebody in my family having, I can do my best to open their eyes. Maybe they will take that as an advice and they will start fighting with me. Still, I will do. And for some time, you try different thing. One period of time, you try to give advice, try to do little harsh. Other time, try to show some love. You do your best. That's what you can do. Can you do anything beyond? You do your best. Whichever best happens here, you put it there. Even after putting whatever it is, if they are doing in their own way, it is not in your hands what to do. What else you can do? You tell me. Are you God so that you go and reprogram them? No. Then a time will come, they will also come out. We don't know what is the consequence, but we all of us have only one thing in hand, to do our best. When you do your best, no regrets. Doing best means trying to do whatever best is possible for you to correct that person. Then leave everything to that person. Don't get too much attached, too much this thing. If you start worrying, spoil your health. Who will take care of you? Already that person is having some problem. You start with anger, you show anger, you start thinking negative. Suppose you have health problem, who will save you? So please don't do that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Anyway, to learn Patanjali Yoga Sutra in Sanskrit in a sequence, yes, we are coming up with a 6 months course, which already happening in batches, where we teach every sutra with the meaning. We also are coming up with a chanting course, where you will be chanting all the sutras by a traditional chanting. So 2 courses are there. If any of you interested, you can message me. There we are taking, it is around 60 to 70 hours, all the padas put together. So we have long discussion like this. We always spend last 10-15 minutes. It extends up to 1 hour also many times. We address all the question, whichever is possible. You can ask about life, about this, about that. So we always say 5 to 6 months. Sometimes we went on to say 7 months. Sometimes it finished in 5 months. It based on how many questions you ask. So if any of you interested, you don't need to read or study there. You simply come to class and go. And whenever time happens, you listen to it. Recording will be there after live class recording. That for 5 to 6 months, many people have informed us it changed their life. Not our teaching, the content of the Yoga Sutra. Don't take that as an exam point of view or something like I need to study lot class. Don't leave. Like watching cinema. Effortlessly, you will watch cinema, right? Like cinema, you come and watch. Because recording is there, we are going to give all the material. You read later. After your exams or your profession, whenever time comes, you come and as if you watch a film, whatever change is supposed to happen, it will happen.
When is
How
that class, sir? What is the schedule, if you can share that?
It is on Saturday and Sunday, night 8 to 9:15, sir.
Thank
8 to 9:15. Saturday and Sunday. Online only, full. How to overcome negative thinking, some tips. How to overcome if you want to overcome anything in your mind, no, put your energy on the other side. There is a beautiful sutra called Pratipaksha Bhavanam, beautiful concept, which you can talk for 1 hour. It says how to overcome the negative thing. So first thing is, first accept you are doing negative. See, I'll tell you a simple thing. I want to come out of coffee. Can I do from tomorrow morning? I can do for 1 or 2 months. After that, I'll take double, triple coffee. Many resolutions we are failed. You know why? enough preparation is not done. If you want to come out of coffee, that is detachment from coffee, there are 4 levels of detachment. First level of detachment is understanding what is right, what is wrong. Now somebody raised question, how to come out of negative thinking. So you understand this is negative, this is positive, right? This is the first step. Please be there. Second step is try to follow positive thing. You may fail. You follow like coffee, no? I want to leave coffee. After that, what happened? Okay, today I will not take coffee. The next day you will start taking coffee. Then after some time, after a week, you will stop taking coffee one day. This is good development. Second step. Third step is you stop taking coffee. You will not take coffee. But mind longing will be there. Nice coffee is taking. Oh my God, I took a resolution not to take coffee. Very difficult. It's okay. This is the third step. Only if you cross the fourth level will come where no longing, no action, no drinking coffee. I would say no longing here. This is the 4 ways to come out of any attachment or any bad habits. So if you want to come out of negative habits, invest your time opposite to that. Something is happening negative. What you can do, please, first, you have a television, right? Throw the television out or disconnect it. First, stop the friendship. What a friendship you have? Most of the friendship and even parents only gossiping. Most of the things gossips. Stop that. What is gossip? No, I don't want friendship. Reduce the friendship. It doesn't matter. It's for your well-being. Whomever talks negative, keep away from them. Then listen to satsang. Satsang means any guru, they talk about life, go to the TEDx speakers or whatever it is, motivating life. This is much, much better. More you put inside here good things, the good things will come out. Now you put more negative things, so negative is coming out. Even in dreams, I see negative. Even I am awake, I see negative. So I have a negative thoughts. Because I put only negative. Try to put positive. You put positive, have positive friends, all those things. Slowly it will come. It will not happen overnight. Because this negative has gone for years together. If you start putting positive, that will also take years together. Have the perseverance. That is the only way to come out of it permanently. There is no shortcut. Is a recording of first class from... Yes, we had a recording we shared in our groups. If somebody asked if you're not getting anything, my number you would have seen. Please message me. I'll send you the YouTube link. The first class recording is also there. Today recording also, it's already there in YouTube Live. We already sent the link. So whomever in the group, we are there. If any of you not getting, please, my number is there, right? So you can call me. Any questions further? But nobody wants to leave. Still 50 people are there. So we'll come back again. You prepare some questions. So we'll come back and continue the rest pada in the next class. Yes, Kavita ma'am, you want to ask something?
No, sir, nothing.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you for good response today. And we'll finish the second part of the next class. So instead of 4 class, it's going to become 5 class. I don't have any problem because my conscious will not allow to finish any. Already we are talking about 2 lines only. That also if I cut, then we are not justifying anything. Okay, we'll continue the next class. Thank you. Hari Om. Namaskar.
Thank you. Pranam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.